can run a variety of late game threats. They can run Frost Giants, Bog Creepers. We even see like Faceless Shamblers and Faceless Manipulators. Like a combination of those and a choice between Sylvanas and Cairn. Then there's the Thing from Bellows, which they usually combine with Ancestral Spirit, as you can see in their hand.
And Faceless Manipulator, because you can pretty much cast that for free.
And SneerySpace going with the tried and tested Zoo. So usually this matchup comes down to 2 words, which is board clear. If the Shaman can secure at least 2 or at least 2 board clears and then follow up with a big taunt, then the Zoo would have a hard time winning.
Okay, the Zoo needs to pretty much go face. It has a clock here.
Yep. I played a bit of the Control Shaman, and one of its big weaknesses is that it's not really as consistent as Aggro Shaman, and it's kind of harder to pilot in the sense that if you don't draw well, or if you don't draw the responses that you need, then it really feels difficult to win the game. So right now we see the turn 1 thinking very hard, and we might see SneerySpace think hard about this turn too. He can.
That's kind of difficult, right?
At this point, it's important to note that he doesn't know what sort of Shaman Havatite's playing. So he has to prepare. So like he has to wonder, is there going to be a Totem Golem coming out, a coin, Feral Spirit, or is this the Control Shaman that we've been babbling on about?
In any case, I think the Direwolf.
The Direwolf might be better.
Better here. Do you want to use the Forbidden?
It looks like he's going to play the 2/1/1s.
Okay.
Job's done.
In this case, the 2/1/1s might be better than the Direwolf because the Control Shaman. Since the Control Shaman depends upon having the board clears, this can put them in a sort of checkmate scenario where they're taking too much damage before they draw it, right?
Okay.
The Taunt Totem is pretty good.
And also getting the Doom Guard, basically you want to clear your hand immediately so you can get full value of the Doom Guard when you play it without discard effect.
Right. Right now he has the choice between Direwolf and Abusive. I don't think it's smart to play both. Because if he does manage to clear the board, then there's nothing for your Defender of Argus to defend. I really like this play, tap into Abusive, because unlike other classes, you're not really afraid of Shaman dealing a lot of like 1 damage to... Yeah, a lot of 1 damage hits, right?
Yeah, and also, even if it's actually the Aggro Shaman, Havatite would be playing from behind.
Exactly. And with the Aggro Shaman, you want to maximize the use of that Direwolf. So
also placing 101.
Yeah, I like this actually.
SneerySpace actually put it in the middle, so
yeah,
he can
I like
actually
this.
taunt here. He has a lot of options.
Yeah, he can taunt like any combination of stats here, and I like that.
Maybe except the 1/1, the token there, but yeah.
Okay, he's not gonna taunt. That's interesting to me. He's playing this a bit greedy.
Okay,
just a bit though, not too much.
But you do have your Dark Peddler there. You still have board control. So essentially, if you clear the board, he's basically dump everything again.
Now here's Havatite's problem next turn. He's not spending his mana efficiently. So he's either gonna play a 3-mana spell, and he has to burn the coin on a totem.
Surprise! Just possessed villager. We didn't
possessed villager. It's okay. There we go.
Probably bad cards over.
Now, the Zoo board wasn't threatening 2 turns ago, but just with the addition of 4 power, that's now a lot of damage. That's one of the problems with playing like this sort of Shaman, is that you might not be tempted to board clear 1 turn, but then all of a sudden the game is out of control, and then you can't stop it. So
you think that you could take a half 3 damage. What's measly 3 damage?
Exactly.
Here you go.
And then the more turns you stall, it's like the harder it gets for you.
Okay, so what's the best turn here? What do you have?
Yeah, that's
there?
hard.
Lightning bolt. Okay. Not that good. Thing from even. Okay.
Oh, the thing from below is that it's one of your win conditions in this matchup. You think from below, you ancestral spirit, then you faceless manipulator. The zoo can't get past that. Sometimes you have to use it earlier, but I don't think this is one of those times.
It's either lightning storm or thing from below now.
Yeah.
Okay,
looks like a lightning storm.
There. I think that would be a wise choice there.
The lightning storm's not that bad. It leaves you 3 mana next turn. That's enough for a totem lightning bolt, or for your other 3 mana spells, even ancestral spirit lightning bolt if you want to do that.
And basically, if you just play the thing from below, it would just get eaten probably
by all that power on the board. That's kind of why it's so difficult to just let the board, sit there, because then the minions you play, yeah, they're strong, but they're not gonna win you back 7 turns worth of tempo.
Okay, so what do we have for Possessed Villager and then Defender from Argus?
I imagine that's the play.
Okay,
yep.
And then
those defenders are just gonna clog up the hand.
Face?
Yeah, face.
The place.
You're not afraid of that 1/1. What's he gonna do?
Okay. What are you gonna do with that 1/1? Nothing.
Nothing. That 1/1 can't do
below.
anything. Now the good thing from the thing from below is that it's gonna soak up 6 damage instead of 5.
Okay, 2 Doom cards. How do you like this?
Oh god. That's like the pair you don't want.
Do you want to play it right now? Play 2 Doom cards in succession right now?
If the game lets you do that.
No, I mean this turn, then next turn.
Yeah,
if you're lucky, right? I mean,
right.
It's the only way you can actually make use of that.
Yeah.
If you play it right now, probably use Power Overwhelming to clear up to make use of the cards. Maybe even save the Direwolf Alpha
Direwolf,
if you're lucky. Basically, you want Doom card and Direwolf, but I mean that's a lot of RNGs.
You might want to hold on to the Doom Guards until like the Shaman uses a Hex. He has the Imp Gang boss, which is a really good way to draw out hexes, because most of the time Shaman can't deal with the Imp Gang boss cleanly.
Okay, now he's vulnerable to a very
oh boy,
AoE right now.
Yeah, he is. But he's seen 1 lightning storm. He's not afraid. He's gonna go face.
Okay. The thing is, okay, no
AoE, no punish.
AoE. He can still draw into it with ancestral knowledge, and he Havatite does have a healing wave, but
in fact, SneerySpace is threatening lethal next turn. That's, this is why it's so. Oh god, this is why you really, really, really can't pull your punches as the Shaman in this matchup.
Okay, let's see what Havatite
I think he's forced to heal, is he?
If you heal for only 8,
I mean, he can heal back to 30, right? Then Thalnos Lightning Bolt the 4/4.
Okay, would you want just...
Oh, okay, he's gonna trade.
Then use the
Healing Wave Totem, maybe? Or Lava Shock? Okay.
You gotta heal. 5.
No, he doesn't. Well, not anymore, right? But
yeah. But
does he have anything else to do?
Exactly. I mean, it's pretty much a good time to do that.
Right now, what big threat does he have? That's good.
Sylvanas. Usually the okay, this I guess this is a different build with the Sylvanas there.
Right.
Because usually you just want the taunts there, but I guess it's I mean.
The control shaman usually picks between Sylvanas or Cairn, depending on which sort of deck they're targeting. Like Sylvanas typically does better against heavy control decks. Cairn does better against like a token druid. But it really depends. Like,
or priest.
They're both.
But You know, there's no love for Priest right now.
And besides, this deck, surprisingly, Control Shaman is countered by Priest. So like that's the one deck Priest has
Actually,
an edge over.
for tournament plays, it actually, I mean, the Priest is not that bad,
Not
right?
that bad, yeah.
It has
Like if you look at stats collected from like Vicious Syndicate, for example, Priest is sitting at a 45% win rate. That's not so bad, right? It's not as bad as
yeah, for Tempo Storm, there we have.
Oh wow!
Okay.
The 2 Imp Gang bosses were discarded.
Okay, still has that 9 damage in hand.
Exactly.
That 9 damage burst. As I was saying, from Tempo Storm, on the other hand, you have GC Third there. I've seen him play the Burst Priest.
The Burst Priest, right?
With his lineup, I mean, we're pretty much can kill anything with that.
Yep.
With the
That
Burst
was all
Priest.
the rage back in the day when Enzoth Paladin was at the top, right? Because that was when the meta really enabled Priest to shine. Here's one Hex down. Oh, he drew an Elemental Destruction and an Ancestral Spirit. That's very good. He just needs to survive, I believe, one more turn to use Ancestral Spirit with Earth Elemental since he's
7th turn,
overloaded.
Okay.
He's overloaded for 2, so he'll have
For
6
2.
mana next turn.
Okay. Only 6 mana, so can you Emperor Thorson? Probably Elemental Destruction would be the play. If,
I don't think you can play Elemental Destruction next turn. Like, it blocks out your another crucial turn, which is your turn 9.
But can you risk not?
Oh, when he
mean,
puts
yeah.
down this Councilman, it'll make
Yeah.
him think about it.
There be
The Councilman might force his hand here. Oh, goodness. Oh, God.
going all in there.
Oh, God. Look at that. From 3 power, the zoo went up to 8 in one turn. And
with a
growing Councilman.
Okay, so
Oh, he runs Chillmon this version. So this might have an Enzoth to help him finish the game. Oh, second healing wave! That is so good! Now this second Councilman isn't that threatening. He might actually just dump his hand here.
okay, yeah.
It puts the most pressure on the board.
That's
Like,
best use of
best use of his
Man.
cards right now. And he knows he's running out of time.
Fist of Curve as well.
Exactly.
So right now, does he have the? He can block. He can taunt up.
No, he
with the
can't.
healing
He only
wave.
has 4 mana, so his only option is Healing Wave.
There-
Oh, there it is. There's the Enzoth.
There's the Zoth. Okay, that Argent Squad didn't stand a chance.
Oh my
against
goodness.
That old god. Okay, 5, 6, 7, and then Soulfire, just Soulfire
That
face
is-
right now. Why would you life tap?
No, because whatever he plays, he can play, right? Unless it
Oh,
costs
okay.
9 mana. But I don't think there's anything that costs 9 mana. So
Okay.
just maximize the damage. Not even gonna Soulfire. Sure, doesn't have to. But look at this turn.
Wow.
This
Earth Elemental.
this
and
turn, Ancestral Spirit.
Spirit.
That's pretty much 7 mana gain, 16 life. Come on.
How can?
Come on, man.
Okay.
I think he's thinking about
And then even-
Faceless or Ancestral Spirit. I don't blame him, actually. He can Ancestral Spirit
Why would
the
you?
Chillmaw,
Why? Okay.
while Faceless might be better to spend here because you can't combo Faceless with Chillmaw unless you have
it
that
would
Emperor
be
kit.
it would be greedy if you ancestral and then just wait for
Yeah,
the
wait for the
value.
Faceless.
Faceless
Like,
ancestral.
we know for sure that SneerySpace will not let that first charge of Ancestral Spirit live, right? Alright, so... Juggler, tap.
Okay. Tap first. There we go. Life tap.
Since
Two
the second
jugglers.
Juggler.
Not the card SneerySpace
Yeah.
really wanted.
And his trades are so poor unless the juggles hit. Because he's gonna be left with 2 5 attack minions and a 2 attack minion. So one Earth Elemental will be left with 1 health. Unless this juggle hits one of them. in which case he gets a clean trade.
Okay. It needs to hit at least one?
Yep.
Twice?
No, just
Not
once.
nice. Okay.
Just once. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
That's bad.
Well, now he has to burn that soul fire. Well, oh, he has to burn the soul fire just to kill one. Unless he... Ugh. You don't feel good trading in that, Councilman.
Okay. Yeah, even the Doom card can't survive against this big pile of rock.
Yeah. Next expansion, that's gonna be a mage card.
The random 5-drop.
Yep.
Just dropping them.
I do like this decision not to trade, though.
But it is a random drop, right? So you can actually get cards from other classes. Okay,
I'm pretty sure, right? Like, it's consistent with how unstable Portal works. Although I could be wrong. I haven't seen the card work yet.
Because with Discover, you can only discover your
cards.
Yes.
That's true.
So we'll just have to see. Okay,
Oh,
Halaziel.
Halaziel.
Okay, I can't play this deck. I don't have Halaziel.
Oh, that was the first. That was the first Whispers legendary I opened.
Really?
I didn't think it would see much play. And now I'm so happy. Okay, gonna burn one of those. He could have gotten greedy and like waited for Halaziel value, but he didn't have to. I think he has this game locked down.
With this deck, Halaziel gives you that opportunity for a big comeback, but it's not really that necessary for this deck. I mean,
I think it's Cornerstone, actually. It might be necessary because you only have 2 heals, which sounds like a lot when you consider that they're 28-point heals, but you don't have any like big swingy cards.
Because I've heard usually heard from the Angry Chicken. Dills was talking about the Bog Champ, and it felt like it didn't really need Halaziel because of the 2 other heals, and then sometimes you just want to unlock your crystals.
Right.
Yeah.
So he prefers like Lava Shock.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Now that was an unfortunate juggle though.
Again.
It missed and hit the face. And just an aside, I think it would have been better to trade into the Juggler that previous turn, because Doomguard isn't as snowbally as Knife Juggler. Like, leaving up a Doomguard is less threatening when you know that it doesn't have any consistent effects that can take out your Earth Elemental. Whereas leaving this up means one minion can allow the others to cleanly trade.
This Earth Elemental even has Death Rattle.
Yep. Summon another Earth Elemental.
Okay, so big turn here.
Yep.
Okay, pretty much.
Wow, he's just gonna ignore the Knife Juggler. No respect. Just go face.
Pretty much can't.
Well, now he has another chance. Knowing his luck this game, it's probably gonna hit the Earth Elemental now.
Okay, so.
Okay, he's gonna try his luck with this one first.
Okay, you can't see Discover. Anyways, we're just waiting for what card.
Mystery card.
What would be the best 1-drop here?
Shifter Xeris, I think, is the only card that can save it. Shifter Xeris, and then it turns into Yogg-Saron and wins the game next turn, right?
Okay.
That's the dream. Oh, come on!
Hey,
Oh, and a little
there,
positioning,
showing
streak
hand.
there.
Okay.
He might have wanted the Dark Peddler on the other side in case he did get a Shifter Xeris or a 1-drop he can't play this turn, right? Wow, and the juggle misses again. Those knives don't like Earth Elementals.
Okay, if you can completely trade here, no, you can't.
He can't. But he's gonna. Okay, he's respecting the AOE now, but it doesn't matter. I guess he just wants to punish the Knife Juggler before he conceded, right?
That Knife Juggler.
Like, you're a bad Knife Juggler.
No. You don't do that to me. Here you go. Take on the rock. Okay, throw yourself at it. Here's how you do it. Okay, so going to the match, it looks like they do have the same lineup.
Yep,
I mean, the
except,
class lineup.
The control shaman from Havatite has passed.
Okay, and
They had different bans.
Yes.
SneerySpace banned
And,
Havatite's warrior, and Havatite banned SneerySpace's shaman.
Okay.
Which is a respectable ban, given from what we've seen so far,
Okay, still
because
tier 1 quality.
it
there.
is, and it does like roll over the control shaman, at least from my experience playing that matchup. Mostly because even if the control shaman has so many board clears, the aggro shaman is not going to give you time to clear the board and heal up, and you have to really do both against an aggro shaman.
Looking at the lineup here, what do SneerySpace have? We already saw
The warlock used.
It's definitely Zoo, right? So
Yep.
Druid is most likely token, unless it's
Could be
aggro.
token. It could also, yeah, it could be a token druid. Most likely.
Most
token
likely
druid.
a token druid, unless it's
Warlock.
aggro there.
Maybe he's running a dragon warlock. No, never mind. He's running Zoo, of course.
The Dragon Warlock.
I was just hoping,
Reno.
you know, I was just
Reno
hoping we'd see
Dragon
something
Warlock,
different.
something like that. Okay, so looks like another Zoo for Havatite.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Zoo Z on Z action.
So far,
ZVZ.
they both have 1-drops. This is 1-drops galore right now. Except
This-
SneerySpace has the advantage because his Void Walkers are gold.
This is Hearthstone version of the Zerg versus Zerg.
Yep, pretty much.
Now,
Now, I don't actually think you keep 1-drops here. Like, I think the difficult decision for SneerySpace is you want to pick one, right? You really don't want to go into 1-drop into 2 1-drops unless that was the one that, you know, you were dealt with. But what you really want is 1-drop into 2-drop into Imp Gang Boss. But it looks like he's going into
the
3
safe
1-drop strategy.
But yeah, especially the Void Walker, you don't want 2 Void Walkers.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, they do trade against an against the Flame, but very poorly.
Yeah.
And here's the problem with keeping 3 1-drops is that next turn you want to play the 2-drop, but at the same time these 2 Void Walkers, you also like feel obligated to play these 2 Void Walkers.
Right now, it actually looks like the better choice here, right? 2 Void Walkers.
Yeah,
there,
it does.
and
It
then,
does. Especially since
you have
Havatite didn't coin out his Flame Imp. I suppose Havatite wants to Juggler coin something out next turn. That's his line of thinking.
Why do you call?
Now, positioning will be very important here because he has that Dire Wolf in hand.
Okay, so far
There we go.
So far, SneerySpace has shown good positioning. It is allowing for maximum the optimal placing. Okay, that's a good
That
shot
was
there.
a very good juggle,
Okay.
actually.
Havatite with the
If that juggle had
throw there.
missed, then that Darkshire Councilman would be a 2-5, which is leagues better than a 1-5 because it'll trade with the Knife Juggler and the Flame Imp.
Yes.
But now, oh, now, see, oh god,
Yeah.
this is the problem with the double 1-drop on turn 2, is that your curve is now messed up. Now you're playing a 2-drop on turn 3 and then a 3-drop on turn 4.
You can't even trade efficiently here because you're going for you need more power to get rid of that. Okay,
As an
sacrifice
aside,
a 1/1. Yes.
I think there was a mathematically better way to do that, wasn't there? No, never mind. I am wrong.
Yeah.
He did that correctly. I am but a lowly caster.
Well,
Okay.
SneerySpace does have the focus here. Okay, this is the
That
good
helps.
combo here. Dark Shard to
I mean,
Forbidden
dude,
Ritual
yeah, to the-
afterwards.
To the curve afterwards. Then he has the Doom Guard next turn. Now you just pray you don't draw the second Doom Guard. You ignore that. It's...
Yeah, exactly. Especially that because you have a
Oh,
taunt.
okay, that's interesting. He's not playing the Forbidden Ritual. This tells me his plan is to Forbidden Ritual instead of
Afterwards.
Doom Guard next turn. which is a slower play at the same time a more value-oriented play.
Okay, value count for SneerySpace right now. We did see him go for tempo earlier.
Yep.
Not the greedy place, but this time he opts for Forbidden Ritual. And I think...
Looks like he's gonna go with the Imp Gang boss.
Okay.
Imp Gang is just such a strong card in this matchup. It's like... I think it's one of the best cards in Zoo vs. Zoo, aside from Sea Giant.
So would you also cast Forbidden Ritual here? So
pretty
making
much.
way for Doom card next turn, right?
Yep, pretty much. I think that's the correct line of play. I think one of the biggest considerations now is positioning. Where do you want that Imp Gang to go, and where do you want... Because you know those tentacles are spawning
to the right.
Yeah, you have no choice in that matter. Is he just thinking about not playing the Imp Gang? No way, right?
That would be a very greedy play, and against
no
Zoo,
way.
you don't have time to do
right,
that.
Right.
I mean, if the opponent seizes the board, it's very hard to catch up
exactly.
with Zoo.
Yep, he's not going to play the Imp Gang. Okay. Now, what is he going to do? He has this.
Going face?
He has this super buff councilman. And he is going to ignore the board. Wow.
Okay, down to 12.
He says, Doom Guard he says, I have a Doom Guard in hand. I dare you to stop me.
Okay, here you go.
And look,
nice pickup.
Gormok.
Gormok there.
I like Gormok into power overwhelming this turn. Well, no need to power if he's going to Gormok, right?
Yeah, you can just trade efficiently there.
And then Argent Squire.
Yes. That would be...
Well, looks like he's gonna power with that line. And that's okay. I mean, at this point, it's removing one minion, which is more valuable than developing the Squire. Because the aggressive way that your opponent played, kind of made you...
Exactly. It's that time to play the control game. I mean, you're not the aggressor anymore. You can't race.
Yeah. With like less than half of your opponent's life. Now here's SneerySpace's problem. He's not gonna regain this board.
Okay.
Except
with Forbidden Ritual again.
No, that's not gonna help now. See, that Imp Gang boss has pulled through a lot. It spawned 3 imps. And when you think about this matchup, oh my god, is he gonna trade? No, he can't trade now. No, it's too late for trading. Oh wow, Mortal Coil.
He's giving Havatite enough room. I mean, the room right now to recuperate.
Yeah. I would have liked to go face actually, because what that does is he can play his Doom Guard and then draw into his second Doom Guard. It sets up that out, right?
And then you can't actually life tap anymore.
Exactly. That was the point in the game where you just give up the board completely.
Okay, so...
But okay, he's gonna have a full board again.
7.
This is like the poor man's Onyxia.
7 to cast 7 1/1s.
And
do we have 5,
9,
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15?
Ooh, so close!
Yeah, just 1 mana off.
Now, the cool thing is he'll be able to trade off enough so that Gormok doesn't activate. Which I think,
Okay, so yeah, you really have to do that. I mean, you still do you still threaten lethal? You still do, right? Not anymore.
No.
Not
but
anymore.
at this point,
you're gonna die if you don't, right?
Yeah, I mean, you won't die guaranteed, but there are so many things that kill you. He still has both POs, if I believe. I believe, right? Wow.
Okay.
Now the question is, do you put him down to 10? What I like is putting him down to 15.
Yeah, and then preventing...
Okay, never mind. Because I think it's negligible to go for 10 versus 15, although...
Okay, so what do you have here? You have...
Never mind.
Defender and Gormok. Fitting the curve here.
Is that lethal? That's lethal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4... Yeah.
Exact lethal. If he
Boom.
had just traded
Yeah.
into 1/1/1. Oh my god.
Okay.
The poor.
Might regret that. Would regret that knowing Joe, knowing Havatite.
Oh my god.
Probably shaking his head right now. That's game.
That's game.
Okay, that's no.
We
yeah.
are 1-all.
Okay, we have what's left for SneerySpace?
So SneerySpace has his warrior
Druid.
and his druid. Havatite has his druid and his warlock left. So there's a zoo versus an unknown warrior and an unknown druid.
Okay, Zoo, Druid, probably token.
Probably.
Probably token, but knowing Havatite likes those. Havatite likes Yogg. Havatite likes the
Oh,
control
yes.
cards.
Are we going
and
to
all
see Yogg-Sir on now?
that. Yeah. He was one of the in the local group. He was one of the proponents for Yogg. The previous winner, Pompey, there was one of the biggest haters of Yogg. He totally trashed that card. Okay,
Oh,
now he
God.
recants. Okay.
Alright, looks like we have a warrior versus zoo. It's a dragon warrior!
First time we've seen Dragon Warrior in this tournament.
Now, against... Now, it's still a warrior, so the cardinal rule is mulligan for war axe. Against zoo, that's definitely true. And here's a tech card that
What's the take?
we didn't see so far, the Crazed Alchemist. That's not going to be very useful against the Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, usually you want that against the
Against
what's
the
it, 2-drop?
Doomsayer.
The Doomsayer, yeah, and the basically Shaman.
Shaman also, yeah.
So that's why I didn't ban Shaman there.
Yep.
Probably
He's got that crazy scientist.
Okay.
Now, he has that 1-drop.
Then the Zoth.
Why do you call?
The Zoth's first
Zoth's
mate.
first mate.
Okay, you usually have one. That
have
has
one of
one
those.
off. Yeah.
Now, he can choose to do that.
Or just.
I don't
wait
think
for
coining
the
War
fair
Axe is
wax.
worth it, because now you... Actually,
Yeah,
it might
I
be
mean-
worth it. Even though it locks out your Enzoth's first mate.
You can just basically armor up afterwards.
Yeah.
And
It's not so bad.
then Ravaging Ghoul afterwards. Get rid of the other charge of War Axe. And then Zoth afterwards. Zoth's first mate.
Enzoth's first mate is the I want to maximize value play, which is he's going to hit the Voidwalker once. The Voidwalker is going to trade into the Pirate,
okay.
and then he can hit it again, then
Okay.
play his War Axe, right?
Okay, but what do you do? You
Yeah,
play
he won't
next-
have an answer to this guy.
Okay. So
Right.
basically, he skipped his turn,
Uh-huh.
right? So you'll have you have to War Axe right now.
Yep, that's precisely why you didn't play the Pirate. You know, I never got around to thinking, why does Enzoth have a first mate? Is he like a pirate? Is like Enzoth a pirate in his past life?
Probably controls everything. So yeah.
So,
He
oh,
used to be a captain. What is it? Okay,
What
it's
is it?
It's
Is
one
it-
of those insect things.
Yeah, yeah.
The one from probably the ones
it's
serving.
an insect thing riding an insect thing?
Yeah, insect.
That's
not
weird.
Insect action over here. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, he has a choice now between these 3 drops, actually. Like,
Stop
you can
this boar.
consider
Boar
Peddler...
control.
Whoa.
No boar control.
You can consider Peddler a 3-drop in a way, if you plan on playing it with whatever comes out of its
Yeah.
battle cry. The problem is if you pick something like PO,
Yeah.
then you can't play it as a 3-drop.
That's the value choice there.
Now the good thing about PO is that if SneerySpace coins out this Twilight Guardian, then he'll have a clean way to deal with it. But he's not going to do that.
Blood to Icor, one
Blood
of the
to
better
Ichor.
cards. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think Blood to Ichor is a very specialized card. It's a bit too... Its value is a bit too low to use in a control deck, but in a deck like Worgen, OTK, Dragon Warrior, it
shines,
pulls
yeah.
enough weight.
Oh, we have the new board here.
Okay.
Haven't played with
Okay,
it.
okay.
Okay,
So,
but then-
let's try not to get distracted.
yes, you can play it when you play Hearthstone. It's all around the.
Right.
It's live now.
I imagine...
go there.
Okay,
The
he can
spawn-
trade and then play the Enzoth's first mate.
Okay, yeah, you can coin out the Zoth.
Right.
Okay, that's a clean trade, leaving a
Yep.
1-1.
You're 4-1 and a 1-1.
I think you want a knife juggler afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep,
knife juggler.
he's gonna follow. I imagine he's gonna follow up with Knife Juggler
into
into.
Ritual.
Yeah, Ritual.
Fly, Polly.
There you go.
Let's see how.
Now the balls he plays, Knife Juggler into Darkshire Council.
Yeesh.
Yeah. How brave is Havatite? Okay, he's
Okay,
not.
going for.
He is
Will
going
it hit
for
the
the
4-1?
safe play.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
There you
perfect. Okay.
This is a good juggler.
We've seen
That
Havatite
board clear.
juggler on point right now. Okay, Blackwing Corruptor online.
Blackwing or Ravaging Ghoul?
Yeah.
The thing with Ravaging Ghoul is it gets rid of more stuff. And you can save the Blackwing Corruptor for something else that he
Exactly.
plays.
It also lets you hero power this turn,
Yep.
so making that damage to the face negligible.
Yep.
Okay, life tab, you need to come up with a
Imp
board.
Gang Boss. There we go. That's a good card.
Okay, you have a way to deal with it.
Yeah, he does.
Blackwing Corruptor.
Blackwing.
Into... Nope.
And then just weapon it, right?
Yeah, Blackwing Corruptor, weapon it, and then get rid of the 1-1, so you still have 1-1 left on Havatite's board.
He might be thinking about executing it. I don't know. I don't think that's correct.
Yeah.
You want-
Basically, if you
have
execute it...
so many options already.
In any case, you still have that Ravaging Ghoul
Mhm.
in your hand. Get rid of 1-1s.
True.
Twilight Drake, yeah. I can go with that. And then
The
just
only
power
thing
up.
I don't like is leaving this alive.
The 2-4,
But-
yeah. Okay. What's the... Yeah, if you do leave it alive, it opens up a good way for Argus.
Yeah.
Or, a way for it to buff it and to
Yeah.
kill the Guardian.
And like, you're just getting 3 damage to face.
SneerySpace goes for the
Boulder
greedy.
Blade.
Yeah, the
It's
greedy
fine.
boulder from
I
play there.
mean, he did take a lot of time to think that over. Now
Okay,
this-
Darkshire and
Argus.
Argus.
For Argus.
Making
And
a
that's
big
gonna be a
beefy board.
4-6 Darkshire Councilman. The good news is he'll have Execute to deal with that. The bad news is he'll have a...
Okay, no,
Oh.
okay, can basically Ravaging Ghoul here. Just
Whoa.
can destroy that. 3, 6. What do you do here? You do have Blackwing Corruptor,
Yeah, you do.
so you can efficiently trade there with
You can
3,
get,
3,
like-
or even 3, 6 there.
Now you have a sure Execute target. That 3-6... If you're gonna execute that, I imagine you go face. That's what you use your weapon swing for.
Okay, yeah. Because, but you still have the Imp Gang boss there. You can basically just
I wonder.
go face here twice. And then you said 1 and leave in 2 and 1-1 there.
Yeah. Just... I think sequencing is important though. You want to hit the... If ever, you want to hit the Councilman before you hit the Gang Boss. That's the important thing. Like, no matter how he decides to do it. Alright, this is fine. Clear the board. I'll leave your opponent with 2 1-1s. Nope, not gonna leave your opponent with a 3-5. That Imp Gang Boss just...
Yeah, you don't
Patiently waiting.
basically you don't want to give the Zoo 1-1s because basically he can
Yeah,
give
he can
power over
leverage
yeah,
his
leverage that
buffs.
1-1. Yeah.
So...
So many possibilities.
Oh goodness. What does Havatite have left?
Okay, so
Doom Guards? And even if he draws a Doom Guard though, those are not very attractive discards. That's a good card if he only had it before tapping.
Okay. What would be... Yeah.
I think he has to
Double
attack
taunting
with that now, right? Like,
Attack with 3, and then what do you do afterwards?
No matter what you taunt up, it's not very strong. Like, between the Imp of the Imp Yang boss, the strongest thing you have to taunt up, I think, is the Squire. Because at least that'll
Have the
do...
bubble.
Yeah, that'll do 2 damage twice, right? There we go. I'm gonna leave that Drake 1 HP.
Okay. Placing it here
Yep.
gives you the option of taunting up the one with the Divine Shield.
Yep. And if he doesn't want to taunt up the Imp, then at least it's easier to trade off than the Dark Iron, right?
Okay, so what do we have? We have a Ravaging Ghoul.
We have a complete board clear with that Ravaging Ghoul, if he wants to take it.
3 damage for the taunt.
Yep, 3
and
damage for
then
the taunt.
3 damage again for
the
Dark
Iron.
Dwarf.
Yep.
Then 1 here. Then
Oh,
that's
okay, so this tells me that he's not going to clear the board, because now Ravaging Ghoul is a bad play. Unless he wanted to kill off his 5/4.
Okay,
that was
basically a misplay there, right?
Yeah. There was a better way he could have sequenced that, right? He could have had the 5/4 live instead of the 3/1.
Sometimes with decision, you actually you think of something. Sometimes you play the first thing you think.
Yeah,
of.
the first thing
because
you think of, right?
If you second guess yourself and then you second guess yourself again, think twice, you often come up with very bad plays.
Not to mention the rope was creeping up on him. Maybe that also factored in.
So many possibilities.
Good news is he's still in the lead. Like, losing that 5 power minion didn't matter so much.
This Dragon Warrior actually is top tier deck because it actually has a good matchup against Zoo.
Against Zoo, that's right. Your opening totally beats their opening. Like, if they open up with Flame Imp, Void Walker, your War Axe, like one War Axe deals with
the
that.
War Axe.
And then you have follow-up early game minions.
We didn't get to see the Alex Strauss as champion, which is a very good opening for the Dragon Warrior, one of the cards most utilized there.
And we also haven't seen whether or not he runs any top-end cards, like Deathwing, which is also a card a lot of Dragon Warriors run.
Havatite opts to taunt up.
Yep, I think he just barfed his hand out there. He didn't have much else to do.
Opting not to trade it to the 3/1.
Now SneerySpace,
If you do trade,
he can also barf out his hand.
I wonder.
taking using the Finley actually gives him the
option
to
take either Steady Shot or Dagger Master even.
Dagger Mastery is usually not
Usually
good
not,
choice,
right? But against Zoo, it's pretty okay. You can have like 1 mana ping every turn. It's not as good as the Mage Hero power,
I
but
think Steady Shot here is the
Steady
better
Shot
choice.
is probably the best choice.
Especially that now that the Zoo is down to 18 health.
Yep. Now, I think it's safe to go
face. You have the Steady Shot.
face with that Corcoran. Yep. Dump your hand.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Play it a bit
That's
safer. Not give the board this board to the Zoo.
Not playing the Fairy Dragon. Maybe just because just to keep a
Alexstras's
dragon.
champion
Yeah, just
and
to keep a
Twilight Guardian.
In any case, you already
Havatite
have the board.
decides that the second PO might be a sign for him to concede.
Yeah, Joey does have the tendency to the Havatite here.
Yeah, and I think
Has a tendency to.
SneerySpace had lethal on board, didn't he? With the Steady Shot pickup.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so what we have now? We have SneerySpace.
SneerySpace has his Druid left.
Druid left
We
for
haven't seen
Havatite.
his Druid.
We still
And
have the
Havatite
Warlock,
has his Warlock and his Druid
the
left.
Druid. Okay, so SneerySpace coming up with taking the lead and going for the upset. One more match away from the upset.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Go.
And Havatite sticking with the Zoo for the third match.
And how does it fare with a druid? I believe
I must protect the wild.
originally Zoo
The
has
Zoo
a
was
good,
originally favored.
favored.
I don't believe that's the case anymore because once Token Druid is able to lock down the board, the Druid cannot come back.
That's why it's one of the classes or the archetypes that's considered tier 1 right now because it also has a good matchup against a Zoo. Slightly favored, I guess.
Up slightly, yeah.
Just slightly, okay. So here you want the Raven Idol.
Yep.
And maybe the Innervate. Yeah, it's
I think
tossed up.
he mulliganed already, didn't he? He tossed the card on the leftmost and kept the Innervate. It was kind of weird. I think it's kind of weird to keep Innervate with Raven Idol.
Because you might get the other Innervate than your left with.
Yeah. Usually you want to mulligan away the Raven Idol, not because it's a bad turn 1 play, but more on you want to find something to Innervate out. Oh, okay. He did dump his swipe.
I actually like keeping
Oh,
the,
look at that. He
keeping
did
the-
get something to Innervate out.
keeping the Raven Idol lets you
hmm
look for the wild growth though.
True.
But
True. You do have the Innervate.
It's either you keep the Raven Idol or drop the Innervate, but
Yeah, yeah.
you don't keep both.
Yeah, like, imagine if he mulliganed the swipe away and then he got his wild growth.
Yeah,
Now you're just sad, because what do you have to Innervate out?
You do have 2 turns afterwards.
True, to draw something, right?
something.
And you have a range of 4 to 6 mana to play it within turn 3. That's...
Man, that's that's
Now he's wondering whether he should play his Raven Idol.
you do
Oh,
play Raven Idol
waits for no one.
for the what do you call this? The wild growth,
Yeah.
right?
I think in this case, it's perfectly reasonable to play it. Because you're not going to wait till turn 3 to drop that feature, will you? I think his only concern is going into turn 5. Does he want to Raven Idol so that he gets the 1/1?
He uses that at the last moment, getting Mark.
Mark
I
of
I don't think
Yasser
that
Arch.
was the.
I mean, it might have been, right?
It might have been.
Maybe he had 2 other trashy choices.
Usually, if time runs out, used to
Oh
be,
my God.
it's the leftmost
Yeah.
one, right?
And
So-
this is what you want to see. Turn 1 Zoo pass.
oh, turn 1 Zoo pass.
Yeah!
Why would you?
Doesn't
do
that make you so happy? It's like either you're facing Reno Lock, which is good for you, or you're facing Zoo.
Why would you do that? Why would Havatite do that? I mean,
Well,
he
his
has
options were to
Abusive
coin out
Sergeant,
a
right?
Knife Juggler, play Abusive Sergeant, or play 1 or 2 1/1s with the Forbidden Shaping. Either way, they're fairly low impact options. Like, the highest impact thing he has is the Knife Juggler. Oh my god.
Okay, Imp Gang versus the Violet teacher.
Oh my
there.
god.
Sorry. Sorry, Imp Gang.
Yep, that Imp Gang looks like it's gonna get taken out. And what is he gonna pick up?
Will the aura stick this time?
Oh yeah, it
or
will.
it go?
Oh yeah. Malfurion's
Okay.
charging up.
Yeah, he's taking his time charge up there. Why would you think of
Maybe his spells are all good.
what would be the best spell there?
Well, I can deduce that there's no swipe, right?
Okay,
'Cause-
Mark of the Wild's actually clean there.
Yep.
Gives your Violet teacher. that's a very strong independent
Oh, yeah.
woman over there.
There it is. Now if Havatite wants to take out the lady, he'll have to waste a PO on the imp. That never feels good. But
Okay, it stayed. It did
Yep.
stay.
Yep,
You
yep.
were correct.
see, now he doesn't have a way to deal with it. Not even the luckiest juggle could deal with this. He might actually just juggle to hope to get one of the 1/1s. Now the problem with that is that juggler is also going to die.
Yeah, the juggler actually did good for Havatite. I mean,
It did.
But will he value his juggler?
So
What's the alternative play here? Nothing.
Oh god.
You don't want to use.
You don't want to use your council on it.
Because it's basically just a 1/5 that will die.
Playing the
afterwards.
1-drops feels bad because of swipe.
You can't kill it, even with the abusive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Life tap seems like a waste. So, well, he's just gonna play the 1-drops. I imagine he's gonna trade this in just so that swipe doesn't wreck him that badly. Oh my god.
But it's basically just a clean trade.
Yeah. You know what?
can
I
eat
like
hero
Larafin
power.
to draw. Yeah, hero
yeah.
power. He doesn't have to develop anything. These spells will develop his board for him.
And usually there's no way for the
Oh
Zoom
my
to get rid of
God.
the 1/1s, right?
There is not.
Usually the baddest thing that could happen is what's that? Sea Giant.
The Sea Giant.
Sea Giant.
Yeah, and
But
you
you
know,
can't-
he's seen a lot of Havatite's deck. He can probably guess there's none of that. Now, if he does this, he's committed to trading. Either the teacher putting it down to 1 health or one of those students.
Do you like that compared to just using the
power?
teacher?
Yeah, I don't like putting the teacher down at 1 because Zoo
Yeah.
does have ways to deal 1 damage.
Putting the mark on the teacher.
On the teacher.
Yeah, keeping a very strong woman there.
It does make it weaker to
Pop PO, right? Yeah.
PO Doomguard, I guess, although it does trade cleanly with the Doomguard. Oh my god.
Okay. I think
This is disgusting. I think he's gonna concede again.
Okay.
Okay.
You called it. You know Havatite doesn't want to waste his time.
He knows there's no coming back from that.
Okay, so
So SneerySpace took it.
SneerySpace.
3-1.
Yes. Okay, so looking to that, now that we know the lineup,
Wow.
but what did we see?
We didn't see
the Druid.
Havatite's Druid, yeah.
Mhm.
It was
Okay,
his
probably the Yogg
Warlock
Druid.
that failed
No,
him
Yogg.
this series.
This tournament won't be complete without a Yogg.
Oh man.
Okay. But yeah, looking into this, the lineup, was SneerySpace really favored, or what happened here?
Well, seeing as though their decks seemed exactly the same, a lot of it came down to like
Deck choices.
the deck choices.
What to line up.
Yeah, and also I guess how they tech their decks. Like from what I saw on Havatite's lineup, it wasn't really that slanted to tech against Warrior. So I imagine he might be like hoping to target Zoo or Druid even. But at the same time, the Zoo was able to get past.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
maybe that's what left him.
That's the trouble of actually targeting decks like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just draw good cards and just run over you. Yeah. Okay. So right now, we're going to a short break, and then we'll have SneerySpace for his winner's interview. But before that, we would like to thank our sponsors: GG Network TV, Twitch, Gigabyte, ViewSonic, Mineski Infinity, and the Secret Shop. And after that, we'll be just right back.
Welcome back to MPGL Season 8, Hearthstone Leg 2. I'm sitting here with the winner of our last match, SneerySpace. Sneery, you are a relative newcomer to the Hearthstone scene. Can you give us a bit of an introduction to yourself?
Okay. Good evening. Good evening to all the players here. It's only about a year since I've been playing Hearthstone. I just stumbled upon it. I didn't actually mean to play the game, but since it has a resemblance to Magic the Gathering, which I played when I was a kid, so I think I'd just give it a try and play Hearthstone. As for
Nice.
the tournament scene, I've been playing like ladder for only the last couple of months, and
Wow.
I just the meta at the tournament is very different, and